Tillicum, a 32-year-old bull orca, currently lives in captivity at SeaWorld Orlando in Florida. He was captured at the age of 2, so he lived his entire life in a confined tank. Nowhere this large of an animal should be held. Over 30 years in captivity, he has been involved in the deaths of 3 people, 2 trainers and a man trespassing on SeaWorld property. The trainer shown here is Dawn Brancho. She was a highly experienced trainer, spending many years training sea life. She and Tillicum had no prior negative encounters. So why was she scalped and dismembered by this killer whale? The answer? Frustration, pain, anger. 30 years in a tank drove this mammal to violence because he knows this is not where he belongs. The People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or most commonly known as PETA, is a nonprofit organization that helps to stop animal cruelty. They focus their attention on the 4 areas in which the largest number of animals suffer the most intensely, for the longest periods of time. On factory farms, in the clothing trade, in laboratories, and in the entertainment industry. They realize that animals have the right to live in their natural habitats, and even though their efforts cannot save all animals, this organization does anything it can to make the treatment of these animals humane. Zoos claim to capture animals in order to restore their population and make them stronger than ever before. According to an article written by Kelly Traw entitled, "How Do Zoos Help Endangered Animals?" The Species Survival Plan program breeds specific endangered species in order to maintain healthy and self-sufficient populations as a goal to reintroduce the captive raised endangered species into their native wild habitats. This program has great intentions of saving the troubled species, but raising them behind bars for most of their life, then releasing them back into the wild, doesn't prepare them for the outcomes. No matter how realistic the zoo habitats are, they will never compare to the real thing, hence turning good intentions into troubled outcomes. The animals are not raised in their natural surroundings, so this causes a disadvantage to the rest of their lives, because the wild is ordered in a survival of the fittest platform, and being raised behind bars is not preparing them to become accustomed to their natural habitat. They've lived in cages so long, and that's what they're used to. So if you release them into the wild, they become frantic and don't know what to do because they are used to living in cages. An article written by PETA titled "Zoos, Pitiful Prisons" states that most zoos favor and take in animals that are popular, the ones that bring in the most revenue, not the endangered species that zoos claim to protect. The article also states that the Chinese government rents pandas to zoos all around the world to gain $1 million per year, which suggests the true intentions of selling the pandas to gain payment and not towards panda conservation efforts. So, zoos capture animals to try and save them from extinction, which, breeding them in captivity and releasing them into the wild, harms the species rather than helping them. In all efforts, whether having good intentions or bad, animals should not be held in captivity.